Hello everyone, welcome to another video of my journey. I did sleep a little off this morning, a bit late, but thankfully I did get some time at one of my jobs to read, and as I was exploring the topics and chapter summaries of one of my books, I learned some pretty valuable things that helped me think back of my whole progress and what I have been doing to try to prepare myself for living the way I want to live. And part of the things that it went over is that it mentioned to be kind and patient with ourselves, especially when I miss a day. And even if I may miss something, as long as I still do it, it is still considered progress, because I'm not going to get everything perfect in one whole year. There's going to be some parts where I struggle more than others, but that is still progress nonetheless. Another thing is that aside from habits being a part of our identity, and our identity is created by the habits that we do, that even just doing the smallest step from the goal that you may want, you could write down all the steps from hardest to very easy and start with that, and just doing the smallest little step of that habit is a lot better than doing nothing. It's talking about even just improving 1% a day. In time, all that progress of keep showing up and mastering of showing up and actually showing up for the habits and constantly doing the repetition creates the frequency, and how frequent you do that habit. And a lot of things are delayed. You're not going to be successful right away. It's going to keep, you're going to have to keep trying and keep doing the habits again and again and again until boom, you hit the threshold and you got your first win. Part of that too is figuring out your process and how it ties in with your abilities. We all have something that we naturally do and it comes easy with us and we enjoy it, and we can find a way to use that into our habits. Another thing is how much our environment shapes us. If you're not in a good environment, or you are constantly doing your bad habits in that environment, change it. Set it up so that when you do the habits you want to do, it's as easy as pie. Well, pie's not easy, but it's a figure of speech. Basically, for example, let's say you want to exercise. You set yourselves up gym clothes that you're going to wear, your gym shoes, water bottle, and you have it all prepared to you by your bed ahead of time. Then you go to bed. When you wake up in the morning, the alarm goes off. and you look over. There's your clothes all ready for you that you just got. Put them on, grab your water bottle, and head out the door. While on the controversy side, make the habits that are not good habits as difficult as possible that you can't even start it. If you're on your phone too much, set your phone in another room while you're doing work. Or if you're planning to do work or have something you want to work on, set your phone in a different room, then walk to the room that you're going to do your work and do it. Or if you're watching TV, take the batteries out of your remote every single time after you use it so that it gets harder for you to all of a sudden just turn on the remote because batteries are not in there and you now gotta go look for batteries. And then after a while you may or may not lose interest in it. It is simple things like that. And aside from that, you could also have yourself an accountability partner where you tell them the things you're going to do, but you also set yourself a penalty, a painful penalty. Mine, I would say I don't get to pick my movie. I don't get to be anywhere near my phone or anything. I will be stuck doing something else of their choice. That's kind of more painful on my side because I like doing what I want to do and enjoying my movies and stuff and being on my phone. But to have to say that to the person or people to help you be accountable because they know this, that adds more positive pressure onto you. It's like, oh, they're going to check in with me. They're going to make sure I'm doing this. And if I don't get this, I'm going to have to lose my phone privileges and I'm going to have to do this. Kind of helps give you a motivation. Aside from that, the best way to help out environment is a lot better than just motivation. Motivation can only get you so far, just like motion could only get you so far, which is why we gotta change our words and how we say things when it comes to our habits. I'll just use exercise again. I have to exercise today. Kind of makes it sound like a lot more things, and sometimes you don't always want to because it's like I have to get it done and then it just builds on and then you forget. But if you kind of change it where it's like I get to work out, it hits a little differently. Kind of leaves a little, turns on your light bulb in your head. It's like, yeah, I get to do this today. And just simply just start doing it. Sometimes when doing the habits, planning will only get you so far. And you don't have to plan every single detail about your habits. Just choose the habits that you want for good. Learn how to habit stack, which is taking your current habit, and then after your current habit, good, bad, otherwise, right underneath it, you're going to do your new habit that you want to do right after that. So that is habit stacking. But the best way to do it is just doing it, not just planning like, oh, I gotta read this to understand this. Just go do it. Trial and error. We're here to learn. As you learn, you fail. You learn from that failure. You refine everything about your process, update it, and then go again. This whole habit thing is a forever process, as long as you make it that way. Because if you just have it as goals, if you hit that goal, then you'll be sitting around like, now what? I completed it, and then you don't do it anymore. Try to make it as big as possible, where you'll always be progressing. And as you continue over the years, review your process, review the habits, see what you could refine or add more things or less things. Review it, edit it, and then continue working so that you don't lose interest of doing those habits. It's just a constant long process that we should be focusing on the progress and where our trajectory is, not much of the outcome, because the outcome isn't going to come out in day one. The only way you'll see outcome is after doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it day after day after day. Even when you don't want to do it, do it. Because the only way you're going to improve. And by doing it the 1%, doing 1% improvement every day, you get to improve a little bit. Because even if you don't, you're already back down to 0. If you're starting at 0 and only do 1%, if that doesn't happen, oh, whoopie-doo. What do you miss out on? Not much. But if you keep doing the 1% day after day, it builds up. Sure, there will be times where it seems like it's not going anywhere, but keep doing it. You're not there yet. You didn't hit the threshold yet. Keep doing it. Every reward you'll get will be delayed. You got to put in the work first. And that was a realization for me, and it opened my eyes a bit. It's like, didn't think of some of these things that way, but it helped me open my eyes a bit. And it's like trying to figure out how to implement these with my jobs, with how I'm doing this. So, thank you for listening in on my rant, as I really went into a deep thing with what I was reading. But thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment if you're interested in learning any more about habits. Please like the video. It helps me so much to know that people like this content. And even if they don't, this is also a reminder to myself to just keep going. Because eventually, in time, I will hit my threshold. I just gotta keep going. Let's continue doing the work and be great. I'll see you in the next video.